Hi, I'm Haley,
And I'm Lane,
and today we'll be talking about the 1920s.
and I'll be covering the 1930s.
To get started off, we will be talking about the 1920s fashion for women. Fashion trends of the 1920s were more casual and relaxed. Women often wore knee-length straight tubular day dresses with muted pastels, and flappers were very popular at the time as well.
Women, they brung like evening gowns and liquid satins and silks, tweed suits, flounces, and frills, and topped off with a cute barrette or tilt hat.
Fashions in the 1920s for men were very casual wear. It became even more casual with sportswear to include sweaters, baggy pants, jumpers, and caps paired with an abundance of accessories to express themselves.
1930s for men, a jacket that's tailored well, not overly cinched or boxy, and a pair of trousers that does the same, ready to be mixed and matched with the rest of your wardrobe.
Hairstyles in the 1920s for women were very incorporated with either bob or finger waves.
And then for the 30s, women's hair were shorter lengths and with a focus on curls.
Hairstyles for the men in the 1920s were very slick backs or side parts.
30s, men's hair was slicked back with a longer length at the top. The art of the 1930s, heavily influenced by the Great Depression, saw the rise of social realism, surrealism, and regionalism, alongside the establishment of new cultural institutions and the exploration of new artistic forms.
Theater in the 1920s was very flourished, with Broadway experiencing a boom in products and attendance in musicals, with musical comedies reaching peak popularity alongside the silence of silent films and movie palaces.
1930s were extraordinary years for Broadway, where jazz, classical, and popular music intertwined to create some of the most memorable and beloved shows of the 20th century.
Broadway films in the 1920s were Sally, The Belle of Broadway, and Broadway Scandal.
Broadway films for 1930s were The Broadway Melody, Gold Diggers of 1933.
Historical and political figures in the 1920s were Charlie Chaplin, Babe Ruth, Louis Armstrong, Albert Einstein, and Henry.
Historical figures in the 1930s were Franklin D. Roosevelt, Clark Gable, Amelia Earhart, Charles Lindbergh, and Greta Garbo.